So the central idea is that I think would be to be able to create essentially Utopia designer kit online, and people could work to create different utopias they'd want to live in, and they'd end up getting realized in the real world. It might be a so I like to joke about neo-feudalism. So for me, it would be nice to have sort of a perhaps archaic themed architecture aspect to the community I would want to live in. Something like Ashland, Oregon touches upon it a bit, but you take it, 18 degrees further. And somebody else might want to have a very devout religious utopia. So you have these communities sort of emerging, designing online. They get manifested in the real world. One way to manifest it is just community organization building, so that, for example, a community bank co-op starts to help inner city people buy their property. So you can take microtopian concepts and apply them today, whether it's, because what you'll find when you're designing your utopia is whether it's something like the fact that a typical house lot can produce all the food a family needs for a year, or the idea of eliminating traditional road beds in cities and have free bicycles in them and public transport coming in and out of them, and shared vehicles that can be used at various points in the world, so that you can use high-speed transit links between the utopias. So the idea would be these communities would start to emerge, these city-states that were with populations that I would like to say are anchored around this university, which would represent the own local people's ken or interests or tendencies. So you can imagine Japanese city-state might have some interesting human robotics research going on in it, and one in the Silicon Valley might be a high-speed networking department in research. So then gradually, as this becomes more the norm and less the exception, we are able to put our political voting power to work and begin to unplug Sacramento and unplug Washington as a relay system for services. Because I think that each of the communities that's above the top, in the top 30%, should adopt a sister community that's in the bottom 30%. And essentially that's your tax burden. This is simplistic, but there's nothing wrong with it fundamentally.